Good evening, Florida. Smoking Joe here for Smoking Joe Nation. Um, Tonight, I wanted to come on. I know a lot of times I rant and rave about things that cause issues in all of our lives, but today I wanted to sit down and explain. I've had to explain to several people what the Cracker Council was. The Cracker Council is about people that live in Florida, love Florida, and have been here. This is where they choose to be home. It come from us being mainly a cattle state, and that's really where they become called as crackers. This is a Florida state flag. This is not a Confederate flag. It's not a racist flag. And the Cracker Council flag on all Cracker Council shirts is the Florida state flag, simply with my name on it. First of all, I got I happened to come into a treasure trove of information of pictures and things from back when I was younger. My grandfather, he worked at the news press or the newspaper Gazette, whatever here in Naples. My grandmother, she retired from the hospital there in Collier County, and I hear people talking about they was, oh, we're Floridians, we've been here forever in the old days. Well, I want to ask a few of you been here forever. How many of you know what this is? Anybody know exactly where this is or what it is, where it's from? This is Ocean Air Apartments, 275 Second Ave, South Naples on the Gulf, Florida. Most of you's never even seen it. Just happen to have that picture. Here's some old pictures. This is if you look in here, I want to show you if you look real close. If you notice the man in the dark hat over here, this is my grandfather. His name was Hoyle Phillips. My grandmother's place right over here. Her name was Helen Phillips. The people at the church lovingly called her Nana Pie. This is a better picture of them before they passed away of Grandpa Hoyle and Grandma Helen. Now, everybody tells they've been here for a long time. They know all about Florida and what it's like. And I just want to show you a few pictures because I don't think you really know what Florida was. Florida was paradise. Still is to me, but used to be paradise. This is me. Believe it or not, this is Vanderbilt Beach. Um, Another little picture of me at Vanderbilt Beach as a child. This is me at my grandparents' home right down across from Loudermilk Park off Park Shore Drive, who I wish my grandmother had the sense enough to keep this after my grandfather died, because you couldn't even probably guess what that property is worth now, which we didn't get none of. Um, Now, a few weeks ago, we got the privilege to go out with some great friends of ours, the Morgan family, Mike and Celeste, and their family, children, and our children, our girls. We had a great cookout, and we really enjoyed Wiggins Pass, and man, just was a wonderful time. The weather was perfect, and lo and behold, I come across a picture here. Same exact spot in Wiggins Pass of my father and my mother when I was a kid, doing the same thing with friends and members of relatives and stuff, and enjoying a good barbecue. The kids swimming and stuff. It's a little cool to tell my dad's got a jacket, but that's old Florida. Now, you still know Florida, I know, but I'm gonna give you guys. How about Cape Coral? Now, grew up in between Collier County, Cape Coral, Fort Myers Beach, North Fort Myers, Mockley area, LaBelle. I know most of this area. I want to ask you how many of you remember ever knowing, seeing this picture, even know where this is? Know where that is? How about this picture? Does anybody remember this picture? Do you know it? Have you ever seen it? Well, I got another one here. It's one of my favorites. This picture. Yeah, y'all see flamingos, but y'all ain't never seen this picture unless you're a Floridian. And last but not least on that group of pictures, and these are all in the same place, is this picture. This was the Rose Gardens in Cape Coral, Florida. As a child, I got to experience it. I got to watch ski shows. They had bears, they had sea lions. It was a remarkable place to see as a child, and it was something that was extremely amazing. And I'm thinking, man, why did it all change? And I'll tell you what happened. Floridians were happy with our paradise. We enjoyed it. We loved it. We loved our lifestyle. We loved our beaches. We loved our farmlands, our cattle. We had a great life here, um, and we welcomed anybody that wanted to come and be a part of it. We more the merrier. We love Florida. But then when some of you come from areas that you was already disgruntled with the way the government and those communities were ran, y'all left those communities to come to Florida to live a better life. But after some time, as a lot of people do, you revert back to the old style thinking, well, we didn't do that way up in New England. You probably should have stayed in New England. You come down here and you force change on Florida. And when you force change on Florida to fit your needs, you really just disturb our paradise. I care less what you do in New York. I'll never go to New York and try to change that disgusting lifestyle that they live there. I won't do it. I live in Florida. I love Florida. And I just I don't know why this box of all these pictures, and I've got like tons of them. I just was just a few, and it made me feel like I had no choice. It was like God spoke to me to come and say something, and this is a reason. My grandfather told you he was a writer, photographer, and I found this clip, and the old folks saved everything. He saved this, and at this time of year, I felt almost like God made sure I seen this. I should seen this today. This was dated on Saturday, October 8th of 1949. Rich harvest. That's what the article was. Now, I've been in the agriculture business, and my grandfather wasn't in the agriculture business, but it's almost like God had told him to save this for me. And if you would bear with me, this is a very short little quote here. I'd like to read it to you, and just listen to these words because it's amazing. It says, "These are the products of man's labor and God's. From the moment the seedlings were placed in the warm earth, they have been under constant care." This is a fact. First come the rain, then the sun, then the ceaseless work of fertilizing, cultivating, and spraying, weeding. Yes, we do it all. That's what we have to do to make sure those plants come out to be the best produce we can provide for you. Last came harvest time, when the proud growers gathered the rewards of their labor. That is one of the best times of a farmer's life or a harvester, when you get to pick your product and you bring it in the market and people say, "Man, that's beautiful, man. You're the prettiest pepper I ever seen." It makes you feel good because you got pride in what you done. Let's finish on right here. Only by such diligence can we hope for a truly bountiful crop. We have to work hard or we're not going to get a bountiful crop. God has given the refreshing rain, warm sunshine, but He expects us to do our part. We have to do our part. And it is with the care and cultivation of our spiritual lives, man is endowed with the many talents and qualities, but unless he tends and nurtures these gifts, they will not increase and grow. Just like the produce. If we don't tend to it and nurture, it won't grow. Neither will we. Harvest time in the life of every person is at maturity, when men are at the peak of their usefulness and wisdom. By attending the services of church and by studying the scripture, we will realize greater happiness and contentment here on earth, and we will be preparing ourselves for the rich harvest of a life hereafter. Now, that being said, I've never been a person that's been like, I don't go to church every time the doors open because I work in agriculture. The plants don't know when it's Sunday. They don't know when the church is open. They don't know when it's a holiday. They just know they got to be picked. And so, we don't. We believe in God. We believe in country. I love God. I love my family. I love my country. I love Florida. But I ask you to reflect in yourself. Do you take pride in what you do? Do you really enjoy living in Florida? Is Florida the state for you? If this state that our fathers have built and gave a paradise to untold thousands of people to come enjoy, and you came to enjoy it, you came down here, you wanted to be a part of it. Why do you want to change? Why do you want it to go back to what the reason you left where you come from? Folks, it's getting close to the holiday season. And I'm going to say again, getting away from this a little bit. I want people to really reflect on who you are and what type of man you are. Do you have pride in who you are? I'm a very prideful man. I do everything I can to give back to my community in every way I can. And I'm going to have to express again, Seed to Table in Naples on Livingston and Immokalee Road has built a beautiful gingerbread house where they're going to allow us to put an angel tree. We're going to select a few families and we're going to put a list of their children, what and their needs and stuff, and we're going to encourage people to adopt those families. I'm not looking for you to come out and be embarrassed because you need something. Everybody needs something here and there. No, the people that adopt you don't even need to know your name. I already have a few people, and as I said before, I'm going to take on. If once I get those few people filled, I'll try to take on more. I'm currently looking for a few more families, and if you know people in need with children that might not have a great Christmas, or maybe some elderly folks that just need somebody to come by and show them a little love, let me know on one of my platforms. I'd also like to encourage you to uh, help by supporting me by supporting JJ Art Shop at gmail.com. They make all my shirts and hats. The Gmail their mailing address is JJARTSHOPE at gmail.com. They do make my Cracker Council shirts. I will show you one of them here. This is when you buy a Cracker Council shirt, the front says you are a council member with the Smoking Joe logo on it. And the back has the Florida flag and says Cracker Council with SmokingJoeNation.com. We have the colors, and you can request your colors if you email JNJ Art Shop at gmail.com. These are quality shirts. The lady, this is a minority owned business. The lady does a wonderful job for me. She exclusively does my work. So I would encourage you, please like, share, tell a friend, tell an enemy, tell anybody. Like and share our page. And yes, sometimes I'm pretty political, but in the end, all I want everybody to know is Smoking Joe's a good guy, and he's here to help if he can. We love you, Florida. We love you, America. But Florida, you're our home. God bless you all, and pray for our country. We need it. We need it hard right now. This is one of the times I encourage everybody to pray for our country. Love, peace, and gator grease. Smoking Joe's out. I'll see you soon. Thank you for watching.